Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a necklace using products from the March 2023 edition of the Bargain Bead Box, which was called Art Deco Luxe. First of all, our encouraging word for today is one of my favorite scriptures. It is Psalms 46:5, and it says, "God is within her, she will not fall." I love that one. All right, so the Bargain Bead Box is a monthly beading subscription service. It is $19.49 a month. That includes shipping, and it includes a 30% off coupon that you can use over and over all month long in their sister store as many times as you want, and you get it every month. So it really is a great deal. It's one of my favorite bead boxes. I think it is the best value out there for a bead box. And yeah, I love it. It's great for beginners because you get a bunch of stuff to make things with. You get almost everything you need to make complete jewelry. And it's great for advanced beaders because you have it's a huge stash builder. So here's what we're going to need. We're going to do a necklace in this video, and then I'm going to be doing earrings and three bracelets actually in another video. The bracelets will be stackable. And the earrings are just really simple. I'll probably, I don't know, we may put them in with today's video depending on how long this goes. We probably will because they match this necklace really well. All right, so what you're going to need the chain from your Bargain Bead Box. You will need one ball eye pin or head pin. You will need four of these, I think these were agate. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't looked at the thing since I unboxed it. Let's see, what are these? These are 10 millimeter, it looks like. Maybe they're 8. They're 10. Well, what are they? I'm looking. I don't see them. I know they're on here. Oh, okay. These are the black and white agate. Yeah, I thought they were agate. Black and white agate. These are little electroplated half gold rondelles. These are really pretty sparkly beryl beads. Some smaller rondelles and a couple of pearls. We've got a lobster clasp, a ring. This is 12 millimeter for the lobster to clasp onto. A hanger bail. Now the bail and the lobster and the ring, and this, you know, these findings are from my own stash. You can use whatever you want. You don't even have to use the bail. You can hang it right from this. So we're using this pendant piece. We're using one of the little drops from the box, and another one of those little guys. And we're using 2 crimp tubes. They're 2x2 crimp tubes, and 2 5 millimeter wire guardians. And I have a length of 7-strand bead stringing wire here in a satin gold color. Now you can use any thickness of the bead stringing wire you want. You can use 7, you can use 19, you can use 49. I think 7 is equivalent for this necklace and is not going to come apart. So that's what I'm using. All right, so this is going to be very, very simple. It's a simple stringing project, okay? So gather all your stuff up and we will get started. Let me just move some things out of the way here so we don't have a bunch of stuff going on the screen. My camera does not like to focus on a lot of things at once. That's what I found. It's kind of like me. All right, so we're going to take our hanger bail. We're going to create our focal first. So I have got some 6 millimeter jump rings here, and then I have some very small 3 millimeter jump rings. We're going to use them both. We're going to take the 6 millimeter and hook this hanger bail right onto our focal. Okay, so right here, our 6 millimeter jump ring. And we're just going to hook this right on. Now, like I said, if you don't have a hanger bail, you can just use a jump ring. You don't have to have it. I just am using it because I want to. Okay, now we're going to take this little guy here, and we are going to use, I don't know if that's 6 millimeter, that jump ring. I think I'm going to have to use the little one. Let me see. Will the big one fit through there? I don't know. We're going to try it. Let me see if this bigger jump ring will fit through here. This little hole. It may not, because this is a tiny, yeah, it's not going to fit. Okay, so we'll use our little 3 millimeter. You know, when one thing fails, go to plan B. Here's our 3 millimeter. It would help if I opened it where the opening is, wouldn't it? Okay. this is going to go right through here, just like this. And we're going to hang this. Do I want to do it right on there? I may come down another one. So let's hook another jump ring to it and close this up. We'll see if this hangs right. Sometimes these are a little tricky because you have to get the jump ring exactly right, or it's not going to hang right on your pendant, on your piece. So, and I'm going to do a drop from it too, so I want to make sure that it all looks, you know, like it's supposed to be there and not accidental. All right, yeah, so we're going to hang this right from the 6mm jump ring that we put our focal on with, right here. Okay, just like this. And there's what we have. Now we're going to make a little dangle inside that. So I've got my ball head pin and my rondelle here. Okay, little tiny rondelle. We're just going to make a wrapped loop. So I'm going 90 degrees with my ball head pin. I'm taking my round nose pliers and coming down here as close to the bend as I can possibly get. And then I am going to come up and over with my wire, rotate my pliers up, and go under with my wire. So I have this little loop here. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to wrap. Now, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to wrap it down over the bead and create almost like a little bead cap. Okay, so I'm just spiraling it down, coming around and spiraling down over my bead. See that? Whoops, you can't see it if I drop it. It makes like a little bead cap on there. Okay, so I'm going to trim this little snag out. Tuck that up. And there we have a cute little drop with a bead cap. Now I'm going to take my 3mm jump ring. These may even be 2mm. They're tiny. And holding everything up to where I can see what it's doing, I'm going to hook it right from the jump ring that I hooked the teardrop on with. Not the agate teardrop, but the other one, this little metal one. Okay. And we'll hold it up and see how it hangs. If it hangs too short, we can add another jump ring. We'll see. Actually, I think I like that. Just like that. So there is our little focal. Okay. We're just going to leave it like that. Now we're going to take our bead stringing wire and we're coming straight through our bail. Oh, and the bead stringing wire I have cut, let me tell you how long this is. It was actually just the rest of my spool. I went ahead and just pulled off the rest because it was all that was left on there. And it is about, what is it, 16 inches, right around 16 inches. I don't know if we'll need it all, but we're going to have it if we do. Okay, so I'm taking my small rondelle, not my teeny tiny rondelles, not these little teeny ones, but the next size up, the 6mm, because these little teeny ones, I'm afraid would go right through this. They may not, but I think they would go right through the bail. So I am going to do the 6mm, just like this. And then I'm going to do, let's do an agate bead on each side. And I'm just going to bead this up how I think it's pretty. You can do it however you want to do it. It is totally up to you, okay? But I'm just going to bead it up how I want to do it. And I'm going to put a barrel bead on each side. I really wish they would have included more bead caps with this box. I could have pulled some out of my stash, but I didn't. But there just weren't enough bead caps in there, I didn't feel like. Okay, we're going to do the pearl. Come on, go through there. If you have trouble with your little pearl with it going through, just take something and poke the little hole. It's just because the paint from the pearl, they get in the holes and block them up a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put this next one on. All right, it's looking pretty. Let's see. I'm going to do another of these little rondelles. Don't want to go on there, do they? Okay. And another of the agate beads. And the barrels. Actually, I'm going to do a rondelle again. Just trying to vary it, so I just didn't have the exact same pattern going. You can if you want, but I just didn't really want to. Now we're going to do the barrel again. This rondelle on here, and then this little one. Okay. And this rondelle, and this little one. And I think I may leave it like that. Let me see what beads I have left. I do have some of these. Let's see, I have one barrel bead left, so I can't use that. But I do have a few of these agates. I don't have any of the pearls left either. And I have some of the small, the 6mm agate beads. Do I want to do another? I think I will, actually. I think I'm going to take these two small ones off the end, and I'm going to do another agate bead on each side. I just want it to be a little bit, have a little bit more beads on it, and then this rondelle. Whoops. And then this rondelle, and then the small one. And I'll probably leave it at that. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Another agate bead. This side. Okay, another rondelle, 6mm, and the tiny one, 4mm. Okay, and that is going to be how I leave it. Now, I'm going to stick a bead bug on one end of this so I don't lose all my beads off, because I'm really bad to do that. We're going to go way up here. Okay. Actually, I need to make sure that I have enough room to crimp. I do this and I end up not having enough room to crimp, and then it's a bad, bad thing. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. We're going to take our crimp bead. We're going to put it right on the wire, and then we're going to take our wire guardian, and we are going to put it in one side, pull everything down, come up over the wire guardian, and down the other side. Now, I like to take my wire guardians and bend them in like this a little bit, just like that, okay? And then we're going to go back down through this crimp bead, and down through a few of the beads. Okay, we're going to pull the tail out at the bottom here and pull everything tight. Now, one thing that you do not want to do is pull it stick straight to where it's, you know, it doesn't look good. You want it to be able to have a little movement. So what I do is I've got my bead bug on this end, right, at the end of my beads. I just kind of let gravity, so I'll take this and just hold it up and kind of let gravity pull, and just make sure there's no open, you know, spots in here. But you don't want to pull this stick straight. So then we're going to take our crimpers. We're going to lay it in the back divot of the crimper, press down firmly, turn vertical, and close this up. And I usually close it up in the second little divot of my crimpers, just like this. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. And there is our little crimp. Okay, we're going to trim this tail, come over to the other side and do the exact same thing. Crimp, wire guardian, come up and over, back down through the crimp and a couple of the beads. I just usually pull it wherever it comes out. It's okay as long as it goes through a bead or two. And move that in. Now again, I'm going to take this, I'm going to pull it a little to make sure there's no gaps. But I'm not going to, you know, string it so tight that it doesn't have any flexibility. And I'm going to take this, lay it in the back divot of my crimping pliers, press firmly, turn it vertical. I usually go in the second hole. I don't know why, I just always do. It seems to work good for me, and close it right up. And there is our crimp, okay? And I'm going to trim that tail. So here's our little piece. Now we're going to take our chain. Now you have to measure this your own length, however long you like this to be. I don't want this really long on me, so I'm probably going to go with about, well, let's see how long this is. This looks like it's about 6 inches, maybe a little longer. Yeah, it's right at 7, a little over 7. And so I like these kind of necklaces to be about 21, 23 inches long or something like that. So if we've got 7 here, so 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. So we need about 8 inches on each side. So let me get my little thing back here. And I am going to go 8.5 just to be safe. No, I'm not. I'm going to stick right at 8. I can always add an extender if I want to. So 8 inches. And then the best way that I have found to measure my chain is to take this little guy here, stick the top link on here, stick the top link on here, and then you can just drape this down and cut it exactly where you need to. And you don't sit here and count links or measure or anything. Okay, there we go. All right, let's put that aside. We're going to use that in the bracelet. And now we're just going to attach with our little 6mm jump rings the chain on each side here. And like I said, you can make this as long or as short as you want. I just find that lately I've been making all of my necklaces way too long, and then I go to put them on and wear them and they're like way too long, and then I'm either trying to fix them really quick before we leave or whatever. So I'm trying to just be a little more conservative with my length on things lately. And we're going to do this other one. Close this right up. Okay, and then we're going to add our clasp. So I'm going to hold it up on me and make sure that it's kind of where I want it to be before I close it up. And it is, it's actually a tad long. I should have stopped at I should have gone a little less. So I'm going to take about 1 inch off each side, because by the time I get the clasp on, I do not want it to be too long. So I'm just going to eyeball this, but I'm going to come right here, take that off, and right here, and take that off. And that way, it won't be too long. Okay, I'm going to add a ring with a jump ring for my lobster to clasp onto, and a ring with a jump ring to put my lobster on. And see, that's going to give it a little bit of length back. So, you know, I don't want it to be too long. I'm just really bad about that lately. Okay, I'm going to put this right through. Oh, no, don't tell me you're not going to fit through there. I've still got that little piece of that little link in there. That might be what's giving me trouble. Yep, get that out. And put this one right in here. There we go. With our lobster. Okay. And then we're going to do this side. And we are going to have a cute little necklace. And we'll throw in a pair of earrings since we're not too long in our video. And these earrings are super quick. Okay, so there is our pretty little necklace. Come on. There we go. I knew that would hang right. It's just crooked. It was stuck back there. So there's our necklace with our little focal. And I'll put this on a form at the end so you can see how it hangs. But it did turn out really cute. So let's do our earrings. So here's our earring. Very, very simple earring, okay? But it matches the necklace really well. So we're going to take, you're going to need these two of these guys, 2 of your beryl beads, 2 of the agate, and 2 of the pearls that we've used in here. Then you're going to need 2 of the tiny beads, 2 ball head pins, 2 ear wires, and I had these little fancy kind of fish hooks in my stash, and that's it. Very easy. So we're going to do the same thing we did with this ball head pin. We're going to put this little guy on here. Oh, and you're going to need a couple of those little 3mm jump rings too. Whoops, let me grab those. Okay. So we've got this little guy on here. We're just going to bend 90 degrees above the bead. We're going to take our round nose pliers, come up and over, rotate these, and we're just making the little loop. And I'm just going to do the same thing I did before. I'm just going to wrap down the bead with my wire, and it makes kind of a little bead cap, little decorative bead cap on there. Cut this off. Whoops. And there we have that. Now we're going to take this little loop here, this teardrop piece, and we're going to take the little 3mm jump ring. Just open it up. Oh, and you need an eye pin. I'm sorry, a regular eye pin. Wow, I forgot that. That's kind of important. We're just going to put it right on here. Go on there. There we go. Our little jump ring. Okay, so here's what we've got. Now we're going to take our little loop, and we're actually going to hook our little loop to, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I had to remember how I did it. We're going to hook our little loop to the little 3mm head pin that we hooked this on with. So let's do this little dangle here. We got another 3mm jump ring. I think I said head pin, didn't I? Jump ring. We're going to hook him to this one that we just hooked onto the eye pin with. And we are going to close it right up. There we go. Okay, now we're going to add these beads on, just like they are here. You can put them on however you want. I just liked them like this. And we're just going to make a regular loop. So I'm going 90 degrees here with my wire above the bead. I cut off a little less than my finger's width. I don't like huge loops, so that's why I do that. And then we're just going to roll this right back. And there we have it. Now we are going to open this ear wire right up. Hang it right on. And close it right up. And then I'm going to show you how to straighten it if yours is crooked, because sometimes they come on crooked. Okay, so this is the way we want it to hang. Mine looks good. If yours was crooked, you would just take it and grab it here, and then take this one and turn the bottom one while holding the top one straight, whichever way that you wanted it to go. But mine is hanging pretty good like I got it. So there is our cute little pair of earrings to go with our cute little necklace. So let me put all this on a form so you can see it, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here is our necklace and earrings all finished. I think these turned out really cute. I wear a lot of black, so I really kind of enjoyed this month's box, even though I don't wear a lot of gold. I need to branch out, I think, and start wearing more gold. So I usually do black and silver. But this is such a pretty, you know, these combos of beads were really pretty, I thought. So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I have a coupon code for $2 off your first month's bargain bead box or your first purchase in their store. You can only use it once though, so keep that in mind. But if you want to subscribe or shop in their store, you can use that coupon code. And thanks for watching, guys. I've got matching bracelets coming up, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload those videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. You too.
vicious animal. Get it. Get it, you vicious animal. It's over here. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get your belly. It's over here. There it comes. Oh. Crazy girl. Look at your tail. Tail's wagging. Tail's wagging. Look at you. Sadie. What are you doing? There's a bug under there. It's going to get you. Here it comes. It's going to get your belly. You're a silly girl.